Are you tired of the typical libraries with conventional music that makes you feel meh? Introducing Leerecs.com, the music website made for and by minds like you. Our team are lifelong musicians and producers in love with music. Search the Leerecs music catalogs and find music with guaranteed originality. Mark the difference with music of signature at Leerecs.com.
I'm so afraid, but I don't have to say. Fear the unknown is what we have today. When I'm in doubt, fear's the only one. Give me a shout. It's so lonesome. Get on my face. Go and comfort me. Give me some space. Come on, be my babe tonight.
Amazing! This is Sweet Nothin, and the song is In Doubt. This is high energy rock and roll from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we have Aaron here with us to tell us everything about their band and their music. Hi Aaron, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
Wonderful. Very, very glad to have you. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
And
Yeah, good to be here.
Fantastic. So why don't you, take it forward and introduce yourself, your band, everything.
Okay, well, I'm Aaron Anderson, and my band's Sweet Nothin. We're from Albuquerque, New Mexico, like you said. I play guitar, and I do lead vocals for the band. And, we've been around since around 2015, somewhere around there. We got started. Me and my brother... My brother plays drums in the band, and then my best friend Jesse was the original bass player that we started with in 2015. And, we always said that we would have a band together and stuff ever since, I knew him since I was about 10 years old. And so ever since then, we said we were going to have a band together. So we started a band when I was about 18 years old. And then, things kind of progressed and went on, and we started playing shows about maybe a year and a half, 2 years later. And we started playing with, some, mid to well-known bands. We played with, one of our first shows was with Richie Ramone, which is a big influence on us, is the Ramones.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, it was a really fun show, especially for, these, just up-and-coming kids, basically, that, just started a band. It was really, really a cool experience. And, we played for a lot here in Albuquerque, but we've also played, around the country. We played in LA, we played in Denver, San Antonio, Austin, Detroit. We played in a lot of different places, too. So,
that is incredible. What's your secret? How I'm sure that a lot of people, musicians, would be very interested to understand how did you hit that, with that great opportunity. So how did it come about? Did you do anything special? How?
No, I'm just myself. I just be myself, and I just. I don't know. I'm passionate about my music, I guess.
That is absolutely crucial. Very, very important.
Yeah.
So it looks like you're always touring. And how are you doing these days?
Good. We're actually recording and focusing on that right now during this time. I think probably during 2022 we'll get started again. Touring and playing different shows at different places, but I'm really looking forward to releasing some new music here pretty soon. We've been recording at a few different places, and with some different people and stuff, and it's been really fun. We just recently got a new bass player. His name's Kurt. He's I was friends with him for a while, and we just introduced him to the band. He's actually a guitar player but he's bass player by default in this band because we needed a bass player. So he's been playing with us for about 6 or 4 months, something like that. And he's actually been a really good fit. So that's pretty cool that he's been in the band for a while. And he's even written a song for us, and we recorded it, so it'll be coming out on our next release.
So, well, that's amazing, because something you could discuss, you could mention is it's always complicated to find good fits in a band. Like, it's difficult by itself.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was just by kind of a weird circumstance that I found Kurt, and I was just hanging out in this bar, and it's probably my favorite bar here in Albuquerque. It's called Anodyne, and he was playing some really cool music on the jukebox. He was actually playing the Helicopters, which is another band that I really, really like, and I think he was playing Turbo Negro too, which is another cool Swedish band, and I was like, I just went up to him and I was like, hey, did you put this on the jukebox? And he was like, yeah, I did actually. And I was like, how did I know? Because he just looked really rock and roll and he looked really cool. So I was like, hey, did you put this on the jukebox? And he was like, yeah. I was like, do you play guitar? And he was like, yeah, of course. I mean, can't you tell? So yeah. So I was like, oh, cool. Do you want to jam sometime? And so we jammed times and stuff. And yeah, it just kind of took off from there. And I just really like playing with him.
That's incredible. That's absolutely a strike of luck. It's so.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a fantastic story, honestly. So, imagine you are the one, the main songwriter in your band. Is that?
Yeah.
So, that's incredible. You're so say that again. His name, the bassist.
His name's Kurt.
Kurt. So you're letting him now,
yeah.
Be part of that, right? And also co-write.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That is incredible.
Yeah. Well, he wrote one of the songs that's coming out on our new release that's up and coming. It's called "Do It Alone," and it's kind of about me, I guess. I don't know.
Really?
That's kind of what he told me.
Nice.
But yeah. So that's the only song we have that he wrote right now. But I'm looking forward to co-writing or playing some of his other songs. So this song's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to writing some more with him.
Wonderful. So how do you go about, you mentioned that you have recorded so many records. Talk about that and your experience recording, and do you go into a studio, or what's your process?
Yeah. So. It's funny that I sent you In Doubt, and that song, I actually wrote that song the day before we went into the studio, and it was kind of incomplete, and I kind of added some. It was kind of really spontaneous, so I kind of added some more lyrics to it when we were actually recording, and. I think it came out pretty cool. I kind of do that a lot sometimes. I just kind of add some lyrics in the studio, kind of unfinished songs, and, take one song and put it together with another song that I've written before, and do some weird stuff like that. But In Doubt, that was a cool song because I have my main guitar is a Rickenbacker. I had playing that. I brought that to the studio. And then they also have another a 12-string Rickenbacker at the studio. So that song actually has 2 Rickenbacker guitars on it, which is actually pretty cool. Oh, yeah. And it's kind of like a Smithereens type jangly sound, with the 12-string on the chorus, I guess it is. And I just thought that sounded pretty cool.
It does, absolutely. That is fantastic. So, do you want to talk about your trajectory in terms of number of albums you have, or how do you distribute or commercialize it?
I think I told you earlier. I have like 6 albums out. They're all available on Spotify and stuff, and Apple Music, everywhere. Just look up. Our latest album was Sweet Nothin' Something Sweet Volume 2.
Beautiful.
So if you just look that up, that you can find that. And then the one before that was Sweet Nothin' Something Sweet Volume 1, or actually it was just called Something Sweet. But yeah, and then the one before that was Sweet Nothin' New Generation. The one before that was Sweet Nothin' Rock Action, and then the one before that was Sweet Nothin' Supersonic. I think that's is that 6?
That's
but
a bunch,
they're all
really.
EPs. They're all EPs, so they have like probably 5 songs or like less than 5.
Right. Well,
So,
I was going to
yeah,
ask you, like you're really prolific, like so many records, but still, even if
thanks, man.
yeah, absolutely. Even if there are EPs, I mean, it's a bunch. Like you're a very prolific writer, and so what's your process in writing your music?
There's really no process. There's no one formula to me writing music. It's like, sometimes I'm inspired, sometimes I'm not inspired. I don't know. Sometimes I, sit down to try to write a song and it's just crap and I don't like it, or I don't know. And then sometimes I do the same thing and I do like it. But it all just depends. Sometimes we, jam, just jam with the band, and then the song comes out. Sometimes I sit down at home and the song comes out, and it just, I don't know. It just really all depends. I don't have a formula at all. So I don't know. I think it's kind of like, the best way I've heard it described is writing a song is like kind of like catching a fish. You kind of have to put some bait on the hook and then sit and wait for it to come to you a little bit. And I feel like being a songwriter, it kind of like, I feel like I'm not even the one writing the song in a way.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I'm like just like a transmitter, like just like a radio antenna almost, like just like receiving the information and then it's coming through me and then being fed into the song. I feel like if you ask any writer or any good songwriter, that's probably what they'll say too. Like, it's not really my song. It's just I kind of received it,
Yes. This is a recurrent topic. It's come up many times, and absolutely, writers say that is you get into the right frequency or something, then it spits out. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I want to be mindful of your time and really thank you again for doing this. What is what is your ideal future? Like, where do you want to take this? Where do you see yourself in like a few years?
Well, I mean, I'd love to be totally rich and famous. I mean, I think we all would, but I mean, I can see it happening, but I mean, who knows? I don't know. I really want to push my music out there, though. I really want it. I just want people to hear it. I want people to love it, because that's really what it's about. It's not about me. It's about the people. It's about the people. It's about them hearing music that they love. I want to create something that people love. I don't want the success and the fame for me. I want something for people to like. I want something refreshing and new for the audience, and I just want something that people can really love. And I feel like that and with rock and roll, at least right now, there's not a whole lot of bands doing that. There's not a whole lot of wide mainstream rock and roll bands right now that are our style. And I feel like people are kind of thirsty and they kind of want that right now, and that's the way I see it anyway. And it's just kind of hard with the internet and stuff. But I mean, hopefully, I can get my songs out there, and I think I'm on the right path right now.
You definitely are, and you're what you're saying is totally correct. We need more people like yourself. We need more bands like Sweet Nothin, just making this kind of music for people's enjoyment.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. So you're absolutely on the right path. Your music is fantastic. Your mission is great. And, we wish you all the best. And hopefully you'll get to as many ears as possible and they will love it and enjoy it.
I sure hope so.
Indeed. So, last thing, if you had like some kind of advice for your younger self, or somebody who's getting started, somebody you might think they're in your shoes, what do you think that might be?
Just make as much music as possible, and just don't even care what other people think. Just keep doing it. Try new things all the time. If something isn't worked, just try something else. If you got a band member in your band that's just not working for you, don't be afraid to try a different band member, and just try new things all the time. And just put yourself out there. Pay attention to your fans, look after your fans, and just enjoy doing it. And because that's what it's about. It's about loving what you do and loving the music and the art. And just like I said earlier, just don't care. Just who cares what anybody thinks about your art? Just make more and let them decide later after you've made a bunch of art, and then make more, and then just don't even care what they think. Just keep making more art.
Fantastic. We need more art in this world.
Absolutely.
So, okay, one of Aaron Anderson, and this is Sweet Nothin, and we're gonna enjoy a little bit more of their song In Doubt. Aaron, thank you so much for staying with us for a little bit, and we wish you really all the best.
Of course. All right, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. And let's listen to In Doubt a little bit more. Enjoy, and until the next one.
Get my face. Come on, comfort me. Give me space. Come on, be in my bed tonight.
Are you tired of the typical libraries with conventional music that makes you feel meh? Introducing Leerecs.com, the music website made for and by minds like you. Our team are lifelong musicians and producers in love with music. Search the Leerecs music catalogs and find music with guaranteed originality. Mark the difference with music of signature at Leerecs.com.